The reason I joined the detox program is that I got really sick for a few years. I went to the doctor, and for a whole year, they ran all kinds of tests, CT scans, MRIs, all kinds of blood tests, different things. And they found a few things, but it didn't address what my problems were. I had extreme fatigue, so much that I could barely stand up long enough to cut up one vegetable, and then I'd have to go sit down and rest before I could get up and cut up another one. I got out of breath just making my bed. There were a lot of days I didn't have the energy to go out and get my mail. So the fatigue was extreme. I had lots of different other issues, lots of lightheadedness, just feeling off, headaches. And then I also had to retire 3 years earlier than I'd planned, just because I felt so bad I just couldn't do the work, even though my job, I worked from home, so I didn't even have to get dressed to do my job. But I was working 60 to 80 hours a week, and I just could not keep up that pace. So after a year with the doctors and all their tests, they determined that my heart was okay, my lungs were okay. There was nothing that could explain the extreme fatigue and all the other symptoms that I was having. And so my sister is the one who actually told me about modern holistic health. And she said, I think toxins are your problem. And so I contacted them, and they ran the tests. And sure enough, I had a huge number of mold and environmental toxins come up on the results from those tests. And so then I started my journey with modern holistic health. I haven't been in a specific detox program before, but I have gone to naturopaths, all kinds of specialists, my primary, and they addressed certain issues, but they kind of addressed the symptoms and not the root cause. So there was kind of like band-aids on things, and some of those worked a little bit, not for long term, and most of them worked not at all. And I had extreme side effects from medications they wanted me to go on. So with modern holistic health, I went on their anti-inflammatory diet. Huge difference. I lost 60 pounds in the first year. The supplements that I took, I had no problems with the supplements. I had no side effects. And I felt better within a short amount of time. So the program was just very, very effective, and it's changed my life. The biggest surprise with joining the detox program was how quickly I felt better. So that was my biggest surprise. I want to shout out to Rosita. I worked with her on repatterning techniques, and I'd been having an issue for the last 40 years and couldn't make any headway on it. It disturbed my sleep. I had chatter going on in my head, and within one session with Rosita, she made it a non-issue. So that was huge. And I worked with her on a few other things, but she taught me techniques so that I can apply that to other things in my life. And so I just feel so much lighter in my mind and in my emotions. So Rosita is amazing. What I love about the detox program with Modern Holistic Health is all of the providers. They are so warm and welcoming. They give you no judgment on whatever's going on. You can ask them any question, no matter how embarrassing you think it is, or how minute or how large. They get back to you and answer very clearly on what you can do. And they're very realistic, and they're fact-based, so that you take tests. So it's not just, here, do this and one size fits all. They individualize it to each person so that it works better for you. And they also encourage us to go back to our regular physician if we have any change in what's going on. So I've been able to get off my 4 prescription medications, and they encouraged me to take this kind of information back to my doctor and say, is this okay to get off of this? And in all cases, my doctors were very positive, said, yes, you can get off of this. Whatever you're doing that's work, keep doing it. Deanna Carlson, Hillsboro, Oregon.